Stoic teachings show us that we don't have to be ruled by the chaos around us. On the contrary, we have the power to decide how we respond to each challenge, how we learn from every mistake, and how we advance steadily toward our goals. Life will always be unpredictable, but our inner strength can be unbeatable if we cultivate it with patience and determination. Remember that every moment is an opportunity to act according to your principles and to move forward, even if the results are not immediate. Be resilient, be consistent, and time will show you the fruits of your effort. The path is long, but silent and consistent progress always leads to greatness. If this message resonated with you, if these Stoic teachings sparked something in your heart and mind, I invite you to take the next step. Subscribe to the channel to continue this journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and practical wisdom. Like this video and share it with those who need to hear this message. Together, we can transform how we approach life and achieve the results that truly matter. Let's grow together. Another central concept of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. The Stoics believe that the key to a tranquil and balanced life is understanding what is within our control and what is not. There are certain things we will never be able to control: other people's opinions, external circumstances, and what happens in the distant future. But there is one thing we can always control: our actions, our choices, and how we decide to react to the challenges we face. Therefore, if we want to achieve real results in our lives, we must stop worrying about what is outside of our control. This includes others' expectations, comments, and criticisms from the external world, and even the fear of failure. What matters is the effort we put into our actions, the consistency with which we remain focused on our goals, and the commitment we have to our own journey. Focusing on results is also about setting clear priorities. Stoicism teaches us that we must spend our time and energy on what is truly important. This requires the ability to discern what really matters and free ourselves from concerns and distractions that add no value to our lives. For the Stoics, what matters are our virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Cultivating these virtues enables us to make better decisions, live more fully, and achieve lasting results. This focus is what allows us to face adversity with calm. In Stoicism, adversity is seen as an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and follower of Stoicism, stated in his writings, "Adversity introduces a man to himself." This means that the challenges we face in life, rather than being seen as obstacles, should be viewed as opportunities for personal improvement. How we react to these challenges defines our character and our results. When we focus on our own efforts and virtues, nothing the world throws at us can divert us from our path. One of the most powerful practices in Stoicism is the exercise of daily meditation. The Stoics suggest that we should set aside time each day to reflect on our actions, thoughts, and goals. This practice helps us maintain focus, align our actions with our values, and ensure that we are progressing toward the results we wish to achieve. By reflecting on what is within our control and what is not, we learn to channel our energy toward what truly matters and to set aside distractions that lead us off course. Another important point that Stoicism teaches is that we should not seek immediate rewards. In today's society, we are often tempted by instant gratification, the desire for quick results, immediate recognition, and visible rewards. However, the Stoics remind us that true results take time. Genuine excellence, whether in our careers, relationships, or personal development, is only achieved through patience, persistence, and constant dedication. As Epictetus observed, no great thing is created suddenly. And this is where the idea of remaining quiet and focusing on your results truly comes to life. The Stoics teach us that instead of worrying about others' opinions or seeking external validation, we should focus entirely on the process, the small actions that over time will lead to the desired results. It is the quiet work, done day after day, that truly shapes who we are. There is no need to talk or boast about our accomplishments. Results speak for themselves. As Marcus Aurelius said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." When we turn to Stoicism seriously, we realize that its power lies not only in teaching us to endure hardships, but also in showing us how to thrive amidst chaos. It is a reminder that external circumstances, no matter how challenging, do not need to dictate the quality of our lives. The true focus should always be on what we do internally, how we react, and more importantly, how we grow from every experience. Imagine life as a storm. The people around you may be losing control, shouting against the wind, desperately seeking temporary shelter, or even trying to escape the force of the winds, fleeing the chaos. But the Stoic, on the other hand, finds a kind of inner calm. He knows he cannot control the storm, but he can control himself. Instead of fighting against the inevitability of the situation, he makes a conscious choice. He embraces the moment, acts with wisdom, and above all, remains focused on his results and principles. This is a central point of Stoicism, the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. In today's world, we are constantly distracted by everything beyond our reach. We want to control others' behavior, the outcomes of our efforts, destiny, and even the future. But the simple, often difficult to accept truth is that these things are not in our hands. What we can control, and what the Stoics teach us to focus on, are our own choices, our efforts, and our attitude in the face of challenges. This realization is not only liberating, but also deeply inspiring. When we stop wasting our energy trying to manipulate what is beyond our control, we find new clarity and strength to direct our attention to what truly matters, our actions and results. And with this renewed focus, we can accomplish truly extraordinary things. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic masters, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that for a moment. Instead of lamenting a missed opportunity or feeling frustrated by something that didn't go as expected, ask yourself, how can I respond to this wisely and productively? How can I learn and grow from this experience? This shift in mindset is one of Stoicism's greatest lessons. Let's apply this in practice. Imagine you're working on an important project. You put all your effort, energy, and passion into it. But for reasons beyond your control, the final result is not what you expected. Perhaps the project wasn't well received, or perhaps the circumstances changed and the context for success shifted. For many, this situation would be a cause for frustration or even giving up. However, for the Stoic, the focus is not on the immediate result, but on the continued effort. They know that true success comes from persistence and the ability to learn from every situation. The Stoic knows that the path to excellence is long and requires patience. He remains silent in the face of momentary failure, not out of resignation, but because he understands that the work is not yet complete. He focuses on his results, but knows that these results are only the reflection of his consistent actions aligned with his values. This Stoic attitude also teaches us to have a deep respect for time. We live in an age of instant gratification. We want everything now, whether it be success, recognition, or personal fulfillment. But Stoicism reminds us that the most valuable things in life take time. True growth, true success can only be achieved through constant effort, day by day, moment by moment. Just as a tree doesn't grow overnight, we also do not become the best version of ourselves instantly. Marcus Aurelius, the great emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reflected on the inevitability of time. He understood that every moment is a precious opportunity to live in accordance with our virtues. He reminded us that, while we cannot control how much time we have, we can control how we use that time. Every day is a chance to get closer to our goals, to work quietly toward our results, without getting distracted by what doesn't matter. Another great Stoic teaching is the idea that true power comes from within. Often, we seek validation and strength externally, in the approval of others, in social status, or in symbols of success. But the Stoics show us that true power is internal. It's our resilience, our ability to keep moving forward in the face of adversity, and our willingness to grow with every challenge we encounter. When you focus on your internal results, something extraordinary begins to happen. You become unshakable. Criticism from others, which may have once shaken your confidence, begins to have less impact. External opinions, which might have previously shaped your decisions, cease to matter. This is because by focusing on your own growth, by setting your own standards of success, you've become independent of others' expectations and judgments. Of course, this doesn't mean we should isolate ourselves or completely ignore others. Stoicism doesn't advocate indifference, but rather clarity. It means that by centering ourselves on what we can control, we find a healthy balance. We can listen to others, learn from them, but without letting their expectations or opinions define us. The Stoics also teach us the importance of acting with purpose. Seneca said, "There is no favorable wind for the sailor who doesn't know where he is going." This means that if we want to achieve our results, we need to have clarity about our goals. It's not enough to just work hard or be persistent. Our efforts must be directed towards something meaningful. We need to understand what truly matters to us, and then align our actions with those values. This clarity of purpose is what keeps us motivated during tough times. When we know exactly what we want to achieve, it's easier to stay focused, even when results don't come immediately. And by concentrating on that purpose, we find the energy to keep moving forward, regardless of the obstacles that arise. Additionally, Stoicism invites us to practice gratitude and presence. We live in a world where it's easy to be consumed by the desire for more success, more recognition, more achievements. But, as the Stoics remind us, true happiness doesn't come from having more, but from appreciating what we already have. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the brevity of life and the importance of being grateful for each moment. He taught us to look at what we've already accomplished and to value the small victories that often go unnoticed. When we practice gratitude, we find a constant source of motivation and joy. Instead of focusing on what we haven't yet achieved, we learn to recognize the progress we've already made. This gives us the strength to keep going, to work with even more determination, and to focus on our results with a serene mind and a heart full of purpose. Another fundamental aspect of Stoicism is the idea that failure is an inevitable part of the path to success. The Stoics didn't fear failure. They saw it as an opportunity for learning. Epictetus said, "Men are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." This means that failure, in itself, is not something negative. What really matters is how we choose to interpret and react to it. By adopting this mindset, we learn to see failure as a natural part of the journey. Every obstacle, every mistake, every stumble is an opportunity to become stronger and wiser. And rather than being discouraged by these moments, we learn to embrace them, knowing they are part of the process of achieving our goals. Silencing the external noise and focusing on internal results is undoubtedly one of Stoicism's most profound and powerful teachings. It serves as a reminder that the true measure of success isn't in what others think of us, but in how we carry ourselves throughout our journey. It's about continuous growth, unwavering commitment to our values, and the constant pursuit of becoming the best version of ourselves. The Stoic journey is above all a journey of self-discovery. It's about learning to trust our own judgment, follow our own path, and find strength and peace within ourselves. When we quiet the world around us and focus on our results, we discover a clarity and confidence that allow us to face any challenge with courage and determination. Thus, the final message of Stoicism is simple, yet profound. Be silent and focus on your results. Not because others are watching, but because this is the only way to achieve true excellence. The world may be full of distractions and noise, but true peace and power come from within, and that is where we should direct our attention, our focus, and our energy. The rest is just noise. At the end of this journey of reflection on Stoicism and the power of focusing on our own results, one lesson stands out above all. True success is not found in what the world gives us, but in what we build within ourselves. Silencing external distractions and concentrating on our purpose, our actions, is the path to a life of fulfillment and excellence. Stoic philosophy invites us to silence the noise around us, especially the noise of others' opinions. We live in an age of constant public exposure, where we are continuously evaluated and judged by social media, colleagues, and society at large. The pursuit of external approval has become a pattern many people follow without even questioning it. The irony is that the more we seek validation from others, the further we distance ourselves from who we truly are. And at the end of the day, it's impossible to please everyone. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. They believed that the focus of a well-lived life should be on internal outcomes, on the actions within our control. According to Seneca, what truly matters is who we are, not what others think we are. He wrote, "It is a twisted mind that concerns itself with pleasing everyone." When we constantly strive to please others, we lose control over ourselves, and the consequence is a life of frustration and anxiety. After all, people's judgments and opinions are beyond our control. Thus, the first step to achieving true inner peace is to silence the external voices. This doesn't mean isolating ourselves from the world or rejecting feedback from others, but rather learning to prioritize our own evaluation of ourselves above all else. Ultimately, we are the only ones responsible for our results. Others' opinions can change over time, be influenced by biases or external circumstances, but our dedication and commitment to our own goals are what truly determine our success. The Stoics teach us to practice what they call apatheia, which should not be confused with apathy or emotional indifference. Instead, it is about freedom from disturbing passions such as anger, envy, and fear, which can divert our attention from our goals and results. Epictetus, one of the most important Stoic philosophers, explained that what disturbs us is not external events, but our interpretation of them. This means that the way we perceive and react to the world around us determines whether we are disturbed or calm in the face of life's challenges. Focusing on results requires daily practice. And for the Stoics, this begins with the discipline of silencing what is not essential. We are constantly bombarded with distractions, the demands of life, the opinions of others, the desire for public recognition. But as Seneca said, life is long enough, but we waste it on trivialities. When we dedicate our energy to things that truly matter, our virtues, values, and goals, we create a meaningful life, far from the emotional storms that pull us off course.